Welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast counting down everything this week that made you say, what a time to be alive. And now, Patrick Monahan, Kath Barbadoro, and Eli Uden.
Folks, welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast that casts down things each week to make you say a thing as tell the podcast. I'm Patrick Monahan.
I'm Kath Barbadoro.
I'm Eli Uden. What's up, everybody?
You're really down to the wire on that sip, Eli.
No one
was,
would have known because I pulled it off.
I was on the edge of my seat. I was really... It's like, is he going to be able to say his name in time? He's taking a sip of water mere 5 seconds before.
I'm a professional. I get that thing
Is that how you
down,
got water?
no problem. Yeah, just got a big old water. I have a simple man's beverage. Real salt of the earth podcaster. No need for... Kath's got a goddamn smorgasbord full of different
She's got one of
I have an
those.
array.
She's got a bottle of rubbing alcohol that we all, the, what is that, the kombucha or whatever? It looks like
Yeah,
rubbing
I have
alcohol.
the rubbing alcohol kombucha. I have a lot of tinctures today. I'm hungover. I had to get my podcast juice.
You got iced coffee and a CBD soda. You got a very calm speedball, a very casual, low-grade speedball going.
The 35-year-old speedball. A CBD soda and an iced coffee. Delicious.
Yeah.
They need to invent
sorry
a drug
to the
for
haters.
older people at concerts that when you take it, the only effect is that it feels like you're sitting down when you're standing up.
I was say, I was like, old people at concerts are going nuts. They don't need any drugs. They're just so excited to be out and anywhere. Go to a Rolling Stones concert.
That's
Man.
been my experience going to see old bands. Is like it's dad's night out. Like people are going nuts.
People got their
Breaking
damn
hips.
titty out for the Moody Blues. They're going wild, going buck wild.
Look, when that flute solo starts,
Oh yeah,
I would
do love
definitely
a
take
flute
the
solo.
sitting down drug though. I think that's a great idea. I think you would be extremely wealthy if you could.
So if we have any
I think that's just those
pharma
injections.
researchers,
It's just cortisol, just getting joint injections.
That's true.
The old people's number one drug is getting your knee replaced. They can't get enough of it. Full invasive surgery.
You need a young man's knee.
Yeah. Forget the young man's blood. You don't need a blood boy. You need a knee boy.
Yeah.
Joint,
gets
a
up.
joint boy.
Yeah.
Unclear what happens to the boy after that. He's not really replaceable resource.
He's just
of
kind of
blood.
noodly.
You can guess. Yeah. You can guess. He's in cryogenic sleep. He's just kind of holding it.
We're working
just
on a
sitting
cure
there.
for having no knees. We will wake
He
you
looks
up.
like a Stretch Armstrong. He's like all stretched out and noodly.
Yeah.
No
he's
joints.
He's like the chicken with no bones from Cow and Chicken. Boneless.
Oh, sure.
Was this after you guys?
I'm aware of Cow and Chicken. I wasn't a
Yeah.
big Cow and Chicken head, but I'm aware.
Yeah, I feel like I wasn't my scene. Don't
was
know if
one
I'm
of-
too
yeah.
old. Just wasn't my scene.
Cow and Chicken was like the wave after like Johnny Bravo and like Cartoon, right? It was like part of Cartoon. But
I think it
like
was
the
part of
second
Cartoon.
wave. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely weird. I'll tell you that much.
The
Definitely
devil
one of
was
the-
in it, and he had right. And he was right. Wasn't that Cow
Yeah,
and
he
Chicken?
had like a big ass.
He did. I was going to say his ass was all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, he had like a big visible ass, and then it was a weird cartoon. Yeah, I mean, the idea of someone having a cousin with no bones is definitely like it's just. You're
Are
like
there people who are
nervously-
like horny for the Cow and Chicken devil?
Probably.
I mean that you're describing Rule 34, but I would guess almost definitely yes. There's someone who had.
I feel like a lot of people talk about like the mom in Dexter's Lab having like a big ass.
I mean, she has.
She did.
Yeah, she's got like a Pixar thing going on.
yeah.
yeah.
But that's just more of a proportional thing. But yeah,
But it's like if the devil is like stacked in this cartoon that a lot of kids watched, I just feel like that might be a formative experience.
Yeah, I mean, I can send you. I mean, I did a little research here.
I can send you some stuff.
I could send you some files.
I didn't
some
even type in.
PDFs.
I didn't even type in anything. I just did an image search, and you just scroll down a little bit, and you get there. It's not. It didn't. I didn't even have to type in any other words other than Cow Chicken Devil. Although his
Cow
name is
Chicken
his name
Devil.
is Red Guy. Apparently, he doesn't.
Oh wow,
actually-
his ass is like out too.
Yeah,
it's
this
like
is-
both cheeks defined.
Yeah,
People are definitely horny for this guy.
Yeah,
This-
I don't think this is even. This is just like a faithful drawing. This isn't even like real.
Right.
This is
This
what it
isn't
looked
the
like in
porno.
the show. The one
Yeah.
where he's wearing that sweater with the ass out is probably not from the show. I would guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had
That's
it-
I mean,
he was
for
cheeking it
kids, this is pretty funny. A butt just being out there, that's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the peak of kid.
Kids
kid
love. Yeah,
humor.
that's true.
Yeah.
Not much funnier than a butt when you're of a certain age.
I mean, it's still pretty funny. A butt is like it's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
It's fallen down the list since I was a child, but like it's still fairly high on the list.
Yeah. Now there's still that, I think, but now everything's like, now the kids' cartoons are just have to be like equally. I get it why
They're
they do
woke
it.
now.
They're like, well, not woke, but they're like, they're
wokeness.
for adults now. They're very, and it was like, it's okay to have a cartoon that's just a devil with a big butt. Kids
Yeah.
like it. You don't have
They're-
to. You don't have to watch everything with your kid. You know,
They're-
you can toss them on.
There was a since canceled Netflix cartoon. It was pretty good. It was called 12 Forever, and it's like about like a I don't know, like whatever, kids like go to like a magical island or it doesn't really matter. But one of the like the villain-ish character of the show is a character called the Butt Witch, and
Nice.
and the Butt Witch is voiced by Matt Berry, so it was kind of a fun.
Oh, nice. I mean, it's like Captain Underpants.
Yeah.
You know,
Underpants.
like
Up
if
there.
you're reading
because
that,
it touches a butt, so it's
Yeah.
like funny.
What?
it's like if you're reading that to your kid or giving it to your kid, it's like there's some things it's okay for it just to be dumb, and you're not, you know. Because everyone's like going crazy about that.
I'm
Bluey
sure
show.
there are cartoons that are just for kids. We just don't know about them because we aren't kids and don't have kids.
Just a little kid getting mad that there aren't sufficient stakes in a given episode.
Nothing's
or whatever.
for me anymore. Yeah,
A kid becoming a TV tropes commenter or whatever.
Right.
yeah. Like I keep thinking, maybe it's because I keep seeing things about that cartoon Bluey, and I've like heard great things about Bluey, and I'm sure it's very good. But they keep being like, you could watch it just by yourself as an adult, and I was like, I'm still not going to do that.
I'm not going
Like,
to do that. That's
Yeah,
weird.
it's still
I'm glad
a
you like
cartoon
it.
for children. And I'm like, I'm sure it's good to watch if you have kids and you can be like, I am genuinely enjoying this as an adult. But that's still a bridge that I don't cross where it's like, yeah, I'm not downloading Nick Jr. onto my Roku. Like, I'm not putting Sprout on my Roku to watch Bluey. I'm just going to. And this is someone who watches cartoons all the time.
I think Bluey is on like somewhere not requiring you to like.
It's like, I don't know personally. I think Bluey is on like channel.
No.
64,
I'm not being. I promise I'm not being annoying. It's just on Disney Plus. So I mean, like if you had that already, I guess that's not
Oh no, I was just intimating.
It's
that
the
you were
number
a
one
hardcore
show on
Bluey
Disney
head.
Plus.
There we go.
There we go.
Shelby
Well, yeah,
knows what's up.
because the kids rack up crazy watch times because
That's
they
true.
got nothing to fucking do.
I mean, that's the thing
Yeah.
about.
False win.
My understanding is that the key thing about Bluey that makes parents not hate it or hate it the least is that, yeah, because if it's something you can watch a million times and not despise it. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what kids, that's
Kids
a key.
really
Yeah.
like that repetition. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll watch the same thing over and
Whereas,
over
like, if
again.
they're watching Dora the Explorer
There's
with
jokes
like a
for parents.
screeching kid, there's jokes for parents.
Yeah,
There's jokes for parents. I feel like the version of this that we had when we were kids was like Pete and Pete or something, where it's like it's for kids, but like a cool parent would be like, "Whoa, Iggy Pop is in this. I
Right.
can watch it."
I think that. Well, that was like what was the other? But Pete and Pete. I know it might have just been a little bit earlier than me, but I don't totally feel like it was. It feels like a Mandela effect level thing to me that I had never saw Pete and Pete, never even heard a single person mention Pete and Pete to me.
Oh,
until
I was obsessed.
like,
I was like obsessed
an
with
adult.
Pete and Pete. I
Yeah.
loved it as a kid. I think you might be a little bit young because like I was a touch young for it, and I'm.
It was like Yo Gabba Gabba before Yo Gabba Gabba. Yo Gabba Gabba was after.
I mean,
me.
it was for slightly older kids because it had like narrative plot. Like I've watched some of them since then, and like they
good.
hold up as like good TV.
Yeah,
but
it's like-
so I think it was for kids that were slightly older, but it just had that like it was like very hip. Even like rewatching it, and it's like, oh, Sid Straw's in this. Like it was very like a guy from the Pixies plays the theme song. Like it's
Right, like
it's
even
for cool parents.
even retroactively, you're like, oh, nice, already the strongest man in the world. That's Toby Huss, a character actor
Right.
I have since come to think is very cool and did not realize.
Right.
was him.
yeah, not for me. Boneless chickens all the way.
Boneless
Pete
chicken.
and
Cousin
Pete's great
Boneless.
though. I recommend Pete and Pete as an adult. Like if you would like just like some feel good nostalgia watch. It's
There's a
fun-
lot
it's
of
a fun one.
memorable little angles in it too. Like I remember like
Pit Stain, all the bullies really like stuck
yeah,
with me.
the dad like being obsessed with making good time on in a road trip is something that
Yeah.
that like informed kind of a reality that I hadn't really thought about. It's one of those kind of things.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Like singular
specific.
focus. Are we making good time? Like that's the only like honor. Yeah, that's
I'll tell you, I've been having my parents are in town, and they made incredible time last night to the point where I called them to be like, to make sure they knew how to get to the subway okay. And they were like, we're almost there. And I was like, the reservation is in over an hour. Like literally almost over an hour. So they were like, we didn't know how long it was going to take to get here. And I was like, not an hour and a half. It's not, we weren't having dinner in Philadelphia, but it was fine. It was a good dinner.
Did they brag about making good time?
No, I think they were. Then they sat down on a couch, and it was like a really cool low couch. And it was like, I'm not sure if we can get out of this to have dinner.
Oh, like at the restaurant, like in the waiting part, there was like a cool person couch.
I will say, if you're in Brooklyn, Otis is a very good restaurant. As long as you are not paying for it, I'll say that. Delicious, top notch.
Yeah,
the name.
Eli's been getting a culinary tour the last couple days. I'm so
I
jealous.
feel
My parents
so
never
bad.
fucking come to the city, and like, I would love to see them, but I see them in New Hampshire. More than that, I want them to come to the city and buy me nice dinners.
Look, if you
gotta-
go to New Hampshire, you can go to Tuckaway Tavern. Okay, we've talked about
The
this.
common man.
You gotta make a stance. You're you're absolutely parent whipped, Kath. You keep going up to New Hampshire.
am.
You gotta
I
stand up
am.
for yourself. You come down here. You get down here. But yeah,
I wish Tuckaway Tavern was here. You know, to be
I don't
clear.
know Tuckaway Tavern.
Oh,
I don't know this.
It's in
the New Hampshire chain restaurant that's like the where you go when you graduate from high school is the Common Man. That's like the
okay.
big. That's like the fancy. It's not fancy, but it's like New Hampshire fancy. That's
Okay.
where you. That's where you go.
So,
Tell me
yeah.
about Tuckaway Tavern.
Tuckaway Tavern is in Raymond, and it's we went there when we were up visiting. And
One of the worst towns in New Hampshire, by the way.
Well,
Just
yeah. No comment.
sorry to all our Raymond listeners. It's just funny because like I feel like growing up in New Hampshire, Raymond was like a punchline because it sucks. So
Well,
anyway,
like, oh great! I thought I could listen to a podcast without my hometown of Raymond getting absolutely hammered.
I mean, if you live in Raymond, you know, because every other town in New Hampshire is like, where are you from, Raymond?
If you live in Raymond.
So it's a Triple D endorsed place, and it's
Nice.
So it's I'm looking at I'm trying to remember what I got as my like.
I
Cocktail.
bet it's good. I have nothing against Raymond. It's just I grew up making fun of it.
Oh yeah, so like I got the cocktail that I got was bacon fat
Brad
Jack
Garrett,
Daniels.
voice Raymond.
Yes, Brad Garrett voice Raymond. That's right. And it was like the food,
It had bacon fat in it. Your
bacon
cocktail.
fat, Jack Daly's, Bailey's butterscotch, and cold brew.
God, that sounds awful.
Disgusting.
It was good.
Man, I said when Patty's on vacation, local pigs watch out. The man is a pork fiend when he's off the clock.
That's right. But
That's
no,
demented.
it's
You're a sick person.
so he's up there somewhere, right? Isn't that where he films? He doesn't even come down here anymore.
He's up
God,
there
he's in
somewhere.
Maine.
He's in heaven.
He's in Maine. He's in heaven. Tucker Carlson is in heaven.
But it was like it's like the spot. Like we went there on like a Tuesday night and it was banging. It was
Yeah.
there were no tables. There was like an hour wait. We had to like
Damn.
we knew people at the bar, so we like took their seats when they got up to get their table. We managed to like skirt like and kind of do it that way. Anyway, it's good. It's
Snuck in there. You're
a
local.
lot of good.
I wonder if it's
get a
'cause
good
of Triple
steak
D
tips.
or-
yeah, well, yeah, and it was just a good restaurant. I think it's like big and
Sure.
it's that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Do you guys think? I feel like how like if you text, because people text so much now, you can get like a dowager's hump, like a text neck or whatever. I feel like Tucker Carlson's eyes are physically moving closer together, like because he's always doing the Tucker Carlson face. Like I see.
Yeah,
I
he
feel
looks like a dog when you show a dog a ball and then hide it. That's
Yeah.
what his face looks like.
I realize like building up, or maybe he's made his like eyebrow muscles so strong that they're like pushing his eyeballs closer. I feel like when I see pictures of him, like they all look like those Photoshop pictures that fool like 90% people on the internet because they're lightly edited instead of like very
Yeah.
obviously edited or whatever.
Because I just like avoid listening to any of that stuff, even when people tell me it's like funny or whatever. But I like recently heard my first like full minute of that show, and I
I
don't understand. I don't understand why people like being talked to that way. Like, even regardless of like the content, he's just like,
They crave it.
he's dripping with like rancor and condescension and
Have some more weed.
it's just like, I guess because it's directed at people they don't like, but
I mean,
I just am like, I just don't like when people are speaking that way.
yeah, it's weirdly scoldy. Yeah, I don't really.
It's scoldy.
Obviously,
exactly.
I don't get it either, but it is because it's the people they don't like, and that's the.
Well, they only have like 3 shows to watch, so it's like that or Gutfeld. So like,
I guess
you
so. It's just
What are you
like-
talking about? They got outnumbered. They got the 5. They got
my
Judge
God.
Janine. They got
Also, I checked Slack.
Yeah, they have a
Shelby.
whole-
That's get it becoming my car horn very quickly. It was one thing when I wasn't using Slack daily, but now I'm on Slack, and it's just
villain.
triggering.
oh my god, yeah. But yeah,
But yeah, I just like the way Tucker Carlson like lays out the information is like so condescending. I don't know. It was very weird to me.
you heard it here, folks. Tucker Carlson, that's a miss.
We don't like him.
Pass.
Rent it.
Pass. Cheers.
Don't buy
Cheers.
rent. Get him out of here. My VHS tapes. Renting the Tucker Carlson box set. Do you guys have seasons 1 to 7 of Tucker Carlson when the writing was really good? You know.
Yeah, before that one guy got fired for being whatever. The head writer was
Right.
right.
In the KKK or something.
something insane. I forget.
Was David Duke showrunner?
Allegedly,
David Duke.
etc. Allegedly, blah blah blah. Yeah.
All the
we do
KKK coming out like the SNL, the end of the episode, was playing like a banjo.
All the writers. Yeah. Yeah. In hoods. They set a cross on fire while the saxophone solo plays. Everyone's hugging.
Man.
Oh, man. Good sketch. Can't do a sketch like that anymore.
No,
I'll tell you what.
not
These
in
kid
this
shows
climate.
today.
Due to
Yeah.
wokeness.
Due to wokeness.
Yeah.
Should we do numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, it sounds
Okay,
like we're
everyone,
wrapping
just envision this music playing and a bunch of hooded KKK members coming out
up in front of the Tucker
pretty funny.
Carlson.
at the end of Tucker Carlson.
They're like pretending to
pretty
take their
good.
hood off and then being like, no.
Oh, psych! Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, yes, numbers. Let us do them.
Number 5.
Number 5 comes to us from my bussy and me in the Discord.
Aha,
It's
got him.
A story about McDonald's and advertising and just unfortunate placement, I guess we'll call it. This is in Cornwall, England, and McDonald's has a sign, it looks like a bus stop ad, and it happens to be next to a sign pointing that a crematorium is off to the left. And right next to the sign, there's a picture here framed perfectly in the story, and it's for the new McCrispy sandwich. So you can see how that
Real
would be
bone chips.
considered tasteless. This is a cremains themed podcast.
Mick Cremains.
Yeah. We're talking about cremains again. For those of you that could brave the audio last week, so sorry.
We're back on
Yeah.
cremains.
Yeah, look, it was a really funny episode. Obviously, none of us are happy about the way the audio issue, but that's a good one to fold laundry, but play it on your phone. Don't put headphones in. You know what I mean? Play it.
Don't
in the
put
car.
headphones in. Yeah, I
Like-
feel like if you play it off your phone, then it's just diegetic. Then you just feel like you're in the room.
It's actually, it's ASMR.
Get over
it's a new
IT.
thing we're trying.
That's right. Get over
Shelby
it.
is like,
IT,
do not
everybody."
discuss this. Yeah.
No, it's like
Shelby
one of
has
those
a message
YouTube
for all
things.
of you. We're all saying sorry. Shelby is saying fucking cry about
Shelby
it.
is saying, suck IT.
We're gonna put it on YouTube with audio of one of those videos where it's your parents are fighting and turn on What a Time to Be Alive to drown it out while you're in your bedroom. One of those.
Grass,
So
it's not
anyway,
that deep.
Thank you, Shelby. Shelby says cope and seethe, haters.
that's right.
Shelby says.
So the crematorium here, the sign is being called tasteless, which, I don't think this is probably done intentionally. It seems unlikely to me.
The thing that's like so crazy about this to me is it's not that the sign is near a crematorium, it's that the sign is next to another sign pointing in the direction of the crematorium that says crematorium.
Yeah.
Which is insane to me. Like, why is this is not like a DMV. Like, we don't need like city funded signs on major roads. Like, how many people need to know where the crematorium is?
Yeah. First of all, I'd say if they could lean into this and be like, people have called this sign tasteless, unlike the new McCrispy at our local restaurant. That's what's interesting to me too. Is like, I mean, any directional sign for a crematorium feels a little, but this is like, it looks like a highway sign.
I mean,
it's
we're
not,
all
it's not
heading in
something
the
they
direction.
paid for. Yeah.
In a way.
We're all, but definitely it doesn't. Yeah, it's not an airport where somebody's like on the road. There's not a hearse
Spinning
on
a
the
sign.
road, yeah, being like, where's the fucking turn here? I mean, maybe it's a very poorly marked road in the first place. Maybe the crematorium couldn't get great, a great
The crematorium
location.
needs to pay someone like minimum wage to dress as the Grim Reaper and spin an arrow
Spin a sign.
pointing
That's right.
toward the crematorium.
Yes.
This is gonna be. I mean, I'll never live this. Do you guys know I did that in high school? I was a sign spinner for like.
You worked
Really?
you worked for Aero Signs or whatever. What was the company called?
That was the name. Yeah, I wasn't gonna call them out, but I did.
I
work
believe
for them.
that's a Georgetown alum founded that company. From what I recall.
Yeah.
So wait, what was the company? I thought that the spinning signs were the companies that you were advertising for did that. This is a company.
They hire the sign spinning company.
Yeah.
These are the
I
ones that
see.
do the tricks.
So they outsource yeah.
Yeah, it's not
You
the ones
hire
that just
like a
stand there.
professional sign spinner.
Yeah, and you'd learn tricks, and then there were like tiers where like depending on how good you were at it, you could get more money by learning
What
more
tier were you
tricks
at?
and stuff. I don't remember. Pretty low. I didn't do it for a very long time, but I was not. I could do some cool stuff with them. Couldn't do any of the handstands, any of the inverted stuff, but I mean, it was attention grabbing. I will give them that. And the guys that were really good at it it was cool. But yeah.
What did you advertise?
I don't even remember. You would show up like you wouldn't really know. You just show up to wherever they told you to be, and you'd get the sign. And
They advertised. Let's see. Raytheon.
yeah.
What's it? Booz Allen Hamilton.
Yeah,
what
I
are
just
the
got a
yellow-
sign that said Raytheon, stop yelling at us. No, but yeah, you just show up and get it, and then you'd have like a shift or whatever, and probably not the worst job I've ever had. Honestly.
How much did it pay?
I can't remember. I mean, it was when it was in like high
Were you
school.
in high school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was like more character building. Like get a job. But
Yeah,
also
it was
honestly,
brought to
it was
DC
kinda
by
fine.
two guys after freshman year. I think they were freshmen at the same time as me, so that was the
Yeah.
whole thing. Some people worked there and stuff. Yeah,
Honestly, it
Wow.
wasn't
The
you got-
Facebook of Georgetown.
Yeah, you were allowed to listen to music. You just kind of got to chill. I mean, it was just like
a
you just
vibe.
had to not think about. You couldn't have like a fully developed sense of shame, and that was only the really thing.
That's why you get kids to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, because you were
When
like,
your
this is
when your
cool.
look at me impulse is still stronger than your shame impulse.
because like handing out flyers in a mascot suit is hot, but also no one can see that it's you. Whereas with the sign
Yeah.
spinning, it's your face is uncovered.
Yeah, I feel like people are really gonna high probability of getting kicked or something or tripped when you're in a mascot suit. You're a natural.
everybody does want to see you fall down. It
Yeah.
is like as soon as they see you, that is their first thought.
Yeah, but it was as far as jobs go, I don't know if they're still doing it. Check it
Check
out.
it out.
They're still out there.
You do get nailed though in the mouth. Like I got nailed in the mouth.
You
a
get
couple
hit
times.
with your sign.
Yeah, because they're weighted because you have to spin them, so they're not
Yeah.
light. And yeah, you get fucking popped once in a while. The nice thing is usually it's on a road, so even if somebody sees, they'll be gone soon.
They're gone, yeah, before they can register what
The
happens.
light turns green.
Yeah.
Because like one of the big ones is it was like a pizza pie spin, where you like throw it and it would like
That's
spin.
the only trick I can think of is spinning it.
Well, like you throw it in so it was not in your hands at all, and like spinning like a helicopter in the air, and then you'd catch it on your hand, and it would keep spinning horizontally. And then, yeah, if you drop it
cool.
there, you're gonna get popped in the mouth. But, you know,
Pretty cool.
I feel like they should
Behind
get
the back.
behind the
behind
back
the
was
back.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
You'd flip it horizontally. But yeah, there were guys who did like handstands and like flips with them and stuff, but I could not do that. I was not the premier spinner. So
They should get Bill Engvall to do some work for them. You can hand out the signs and people start work. You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
here's your sign.
Here's your sign.
You'd be fired immediately for handing out the signs. Not allowed to do that.
We gotta let you go, Bill.
It's against the law. Yeah.
Here's your sign. I still don't really even think I understand. Is the sign does the sign say I'm stupid or something? Is that what the bit is?
Here's your sign. I don't know
Yeah.
the joke. I only know the catchphrase.
Yeah.
I do not know the joke.
Yeah, the sign's supposed to say like I'm an idiot. I
Okay.
guess. I don't know why you hold it up, but I guess they're idiots, so they wouldn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
It's like why? Just like the person responding to him. Why would I take this sign? I don't want this. It's like
It's a test within itself. Will you hold this sign? Yeah. Because the back of the sign says I'm cool on front, and they can hold it up like this.
oh nice.
Yeah.
I'll definitely hold this.
I will on the McDonald's tip. I will say, like, outside of the weird advertising thing, like, I mean, a McDonald's next to a crematorium, it's a good place to grief eat. You can just go over there
Yeah.
and eat like 40 McNuggets or something.
Look,
Can't
the
grieve for too long though, or they'll kick you out.
Yeah,
That's
not
true.
over 90 minutes.
The McCrispy sounds good. It's
Yeah, I was
100
also thinking that.
100% chicken breast fillet and crispy crunchy coating, served with iceberg lettuce, black pepper mayo, and on a delicious sourdough style sesame top bun. That sounds
Okay,
good to
this
me.
is an ad.
That sounds really good.
That was
Does
from
this not
That's
already
the copy
exist here?
from McDonald's website. I looked
Oh,
it up.
yeah.
That's why I wanted to know what it was. Yeah.
Does this not? I assumed it was just a different name for something that already exists here.
I
No,
guess
they-
not. I
they
mean,
have
it's a
those
chicken
little
sandwich.
variations.
We don't have that black pepper mayo.
No,
Give
they-
me that
they
They
black
also have
pepper
much
mayo.
higher quality. They also have much higher standards for
Right.
the quality of their food. So
They,
it
I
probably
mean,
is
even
better.
That's true.
when I first googled the McCrispy, I got the Canadian one, which is different than so they do tons of variations, obviously all over the globe. That's not news to anybody, but even
New England
within,
McDonald's, you can get lobster rolls in the summer.
They don't have that here, I would know.
Shelby would know.
I'll have you know, I go to McDonald's all the time. I'm the one guy keeping them in the black.
Secret menu
Yeah.
order.
Secret menu. Hey, I'm gonna ruin your day. I want one of
Let
those
me-
sandwiches that fucks up your whole shit.
Let me get a McCrispy UK style, not Canada style.
Yeah.
me that
I went
black
to
pepper
college
shit.
with a girl whose dad was that his job was like I can't remember what they call it. There's a word for it in video games too that you might know, where like they're in charge of like adjusting the menu to local tastes. for, like,
Localization.
different- localization. He was basically like a McDonald's localization consultant. So like when McDonald's wanted to open, you know, a McDonald's in like Malaysia, he would like consult with them about what their menu should be. And I was like, that sounds like the coolest job ever. I want this job.
You consult with Ian Miles Chong.
Yes.
I think Mike Drucker used to do that for Nintendo.
He did.
Don't quote me. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
It's pretty
responsible
cool.
for a couple names and stuff. Yeah, we had him on. He knows all the deets on what Yoshi actually is and stuff. Very fun.
Yeah, no, he knows the secret. He's
But
not allowed to reveal
He's not
it.
allowed to tell you. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
they
like
did.
Coca-Cola, the Coca-Cola recipe.
Yeah, you got to be careful because they got.
He only knows
sued.
half of what Yoshi is. Another guy knows the other half.
Yeah, they can't, and they can never be in the same room together. There's one guy who knows who Yoshi is, and he's in a bunker underground. He's a designated
Yeah, they had to
survivor.
hide him.
So they can explain what he is. Yeah, no, I'm still thinking about the 90-minute McDonald's thing, and now I'm just combining it in my head with, since I just watched Andor, they have the same electric floors from the jail in Andor. If you're in McDonald's for more than 90 minutes, they just shock you. The floor goes hot, and you have
This
to
just
leave.
in, listeners to the bonus, Eli has turned around on Andor. He watched the whole thing.
I'll have it be known. I have flexible opinions. I am a thinking man. All of my grievances with it stand, and then when they stop fucking around with that shit, it gets a lot better. That's my stance. That's my new cool thing.
You heard it here, folks.
One way out.
If they just had electrified floors in the beginning, I would have been in from day one. They made me wait on that shit.
Love a specialized jail with various anti-escape technologies. Going way back to Fortress, the Christopher Lambert, where everyone had to swallow a little bomb that went off if they went outside the
get
perimeter.
suicide
Ooh, that's
squatted.
good. That's good.
And then let's see. There's obviously
Andy
Erewhon.
Serkis is in there. I
Yeah.
love to go to jail and Andy Serkis is in there.
That's true.
I'm just
what I
like,
to see.
you little freak better be slipping through these bars, because that's what I know about you. You can,
What a
you can do a lot of
legacy.
weird stuff with your body.
To be like, and I think it took him a long time to recover from being Gollum before anybody would let him like be in a movie that he wasn't Gollum. Or
I
some
feel like
Gollum.
we've talked about this on the show before, but like I think he is like so fascinating because he basically invented a style of acting because he had to be Gollum. Like,
Yeah, and I don't think he liked
he was the
it either.
first person who ever had to do that mocap stuff, and it was to be Gollum.
Yeah,
like,
and then he did Planet of the Apes. He was
yeah.
Caesar,
I mean, he's
right?
made a whole career of it.
Yeah, I think he got like lumped in with what's his name, who's Abe Sapien and all that. Doug Jones, is that the guy? Mm-hmm. Like I think
Doug
everyone
Jones
was
is the
like,
big tall one, right?
yeah, and I think everyone was like, "Oh, you're like Doug Jones," and he was like, "No, I just ended up being Gollum once. I am happy to be myself and stuff." But they were like, "You're a monkey. You're this. You're that."
Peter
I don't
Jackson.
know. I think he's like an incredibly talented, specifically mocap actor.
I think
Like,
he's incredibly talented.
really-
both ways.
He's good. He's good as a human being, also. But like, just the
He's
fact that
better as
nobody,
Gollum.
well, just the fact that nobody had like a playbook. Like, he was doing something that no one had ever had to do before, and he did it like the best that anyone has ever done it, which is
Yeah.
kind of crazy. That's all I'm saying.
We have an opportunity for you. You can be the first man to eat a raw fish on camera. Bite
That's
right
what I'm
in.
referring to. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was Peter Jackson put him in King Kong. He was the chef who got eaten by the big bug in that horrible scene that we all hate. But I'm trying to think of after. I mean, he was in like he started popping up and stuff, and now he just generally he was like art. He was let's see, he was in Black Panther. He was in
Yeah.
Batman,
He's in stuff as
right?
a
Yeah.
real person. He also directed Venom, the last
Right,
Venom
I
movie.
forgot about that. That's true.
Well, he might not want
Pretty good
everyone
movie. I liked that
remembering
one.
Look, he's
Venom?
a,
I
Turd in the
liked it.
Wind? I think that one line got overblown from that movie. I've never seen it. I probably will watch it.
look, Renaissance man. We can all agree.
He was King Kong.
I just think he's great.
He was King Kong. Oh, he
Kong.
was
Oh,
King
we're all,
Kong as
we're
well.
all
Oh,
circus.
okay.
I think we're all pro circus.
We're circus freaks.
Yeah.
Get it? That's what his fans are called. Nikki fans are Barbs.
Yeah.
Andy Circus fans are circus,
circus
freaks.
Maybe he calls his house the Big Top.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
There's circus freaks and circus geeks. Circus freaks, you're just huge fans of Andy Circus. Circus geeks, you demonstrate your love for Andy Serkis by swallowing nails and glass.
Biting
Biting the
off a
heads
chicken.
off of chickens.
Yeah,
Jinx.
exactly. Well,
Shelby,
number
that is
4.
how you will
Oop.
sync the vocal tracks. Is Patty and I saying biting the head off a chicken at the same time.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they're
let's
gonna
do number 4.
they're gonna move the ad. No harm really done. Not really much of a controversy, just kind of a funny image. So there you
UK
go.
listeners, tell us about this McCrispy.
Our new description of our podcast. Not really a controversy, just a funny image.
A funny image for you to hear us talk about. Look it up yourself. Next.
Keep it McCrispy.
God damn it.
Number 4.
Oh, this is me. Fuck. I didn't even prepare for this. I haven't even read this article. Wow. Sorry, everyone.
Kath in shambles.
Absolute shambles. Oh my god. I forgot I was even doing this story. I was just
I forgot I was even
having
doing a
good time.
podcast.
What's happening? I thought we were
Kind of
hanging out.
forgot. I just thought I was talking to my friends about Andy Serkis. This story comes to us from It Does Not Say, and I did not do the research.
I
Thank you for
believe
sending
it just
this
came from
story.
me. I believe I
Yeah,
just
this
found
is just
it.
a patty.
Okay, this story comes to us from Patty, not in the Discord. In North Bay, California, this homeowner called pest control, and they went into the attic and found 700 pounds of acorns in the walls and the attic, put there by woodpeckers. So this guy's whole house was just a cache of acorns. Also, this is just like intense to me. The pest control company that found all of this and posted about it is called Nick's Extreme Pest Control.
Well,
so
these
like,
are extreme pests.
don't call them if you just have a couple roaches or something. Like, they only do extreme pests.
Yeah.
They're gonna just show up with a gun.
Yeah.
They'll do it. Yeah.
It's Hellboy. They send Hellboy.
Yeah. Hellboy Extreme Pest Control. Yeah, though, I mean, that's how it works. You're like, you can call us for roaches, but we're shooting them. So that's worth it to you, then sure. But
Yeah, this is fucking crazy. Like the pictures of these, they took a picture basically like the fucking DEA doing a bust of all the acorns they found.
Acorns on the table.
acorns on the shitty folding
on the
table.
fucking table.
Yeah.
The acorns wouldn't fit on the table because there's 700 pounds of them. So
That's a lot of acorns, but it would be even more. I'm trying to figure out how many acorns there are in a pound. Like that's just it's like an incomprehensible quantity individually of acorns. Also, it sounds like these people maybe aren't super up to date on their fucking house because they also said
apparently there were woodpecker holes. Like the outside of the house is like destroyed because it has been pecked to like structural failure by woodpeckers.
yeah.
But so this is nasty too. Is like they thought the homeowners were seeing like mealworms or like little worms, and they were like, "Oh fuck, something died in our wall. Like these are maggots or something." But no, it was just bugs eating all the acorns that their house was like made of.
Their house they were literally living in like the gingerbread house. Like that's what the level was where they're like, yeah, your whole house is food. I don't know if you know this, but it's all delicious.
Clear woodpecker holes all over the house, acorns stored all over siding and trim, completely destroyed exterior of the house with all the holes everywhere. So yeah, I mean like, how long did these people wait to call?
Yeah, you're not like,
I don't know. Like, when are you calling in pest control? I feel like
I mean, I'm calling house control when my house is full of holes. I'm calling a carpenter.
I guess maybe the pests were like the last thing they were thinking because they were just like, hey, there's like holes in my house. There's like wind whipping through my house now.
Yeah.
But
I'm living in a Swiss cheese. I feel like I'm living in a big block of cheese, like a tiny mouse. Yeah. Also, in here, I feel this is rude. They describe these woodpeckers as the ultimate hoarders, which, yeah, woodpeckers are hoarders, but that's because that's their thing. They're saving food for winter and stuff.
That
Right?
is,
They're like
part of it.
families
It's not
worried
fucking
about them.
magazines. Yeah. It's not.
It's not like takeout containers and old newspapers.
Yeah, you're not
right.
chopping down a tree and a bunch of duck sauce packets pour out. It's
yeah.
fucking.
Why do you have
They're
six?
not storing their acorns in stained Tupperware
Right.
from the 80s.
Why do you have six strollers? Why do you have any strollers? It's like, well, I don't know, just because yeah.
It's like walking into the fucking World Seed Bank and being like, yeesh, you guys got to clean up in here. Some of this shit is old. It's like, no, this is why it exists. This is banks, the ultimate money hoarders. Well, sort of.
Yeah, I really think that these woodpeckers are being punished for being successful with that assessment.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
sorry they were really good at gathering acorns and found an awesome place to put them all.
yeah.
What do you want them to say?
Yeah, and now your house could sustain what you just lost, and you need to move out of the house, and now your house is a
Right.
nature reserve. Now
Your
you're-
house was bought by woodpeckers in the price of 700 pounds of acorns.
They're just trying to slowly pay you for your house in the only currency they know. So
Also,
be a little
acorn-
more.
Acorn woodpeckers look sick. I'll put a picture in the chat. They have a very good look.
Yeah. These are also
Woodpeckers are
weird looking
cool.
acorns. What kind of acorns are these?
These guys are very punk. They have like a red mohawk.
Well, that's like the signature thing of woodpeckers, right? Hence,
A lot of
Woody,
them
who we've heard
have
a couple
little,
times.
A lot of them have
A lot
little
of them have,
red
like, a-
caps or like a red
Yeah.
stripe. Yeah.
They're just like, I don't know. He looks very he looks like he's like in the Warriors or something.
He looks straight edge. This woodpecker looks straight
looks
edge.
straight edge?
Yeah.
I feel like straight edge like punk guys in my experience they're not this theatrical. They mostly just wear like mesh basketball shorts and have like calf tattoos.
Some guys are standing around on a stump. I just sent you that one too. They look pretty good. They're just kind of looking. This is like a band, like an album cover. They're all looking in different directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks like a band that would have like played with Interpol in like 2004 in like Greenpoint.
Yeah.
They're very cool.
See them at Warsaw.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying. Okay, I got to know how many acorns this is. All right, so we got.
How many acorns in a pound?
Yeah.
Google question number 1.
Okay, average weight.
I'm gonna
acorn.
guess.
These are-
guess.
These are like weird acorns, though, right? I've been looking at them. They're like kind of. I wish there was a better term for they're turd-shaped acorns, which is not. They're not your classic, beret style acorn.
Right,
that
the little
you
cap.
know and love. Yeah,
That's why woodpeckers like them, because they have little caps, and so do the woodpeckers.
yeah.
That's probably true. They look kind of
I
like
think
they look kind of like almonds almost. They're like almond shaped. Apparently, they
Eli, you gotta tell us.
The reason I said I'm looking this up was to be like, cover for me.
Oh, okay.
I was like, cover me, and then you guys. I ran out and get lit up by a machine gun. You guys are like, you should be dodging those.
Here's another picture of a guy, so you can enjoy that while Eli looks that
Thank
up.
you.
It's,
I just feel like this music is making it stressful for me.
Designed. I
It
can't
certainly
fucking
adds to the
find-
stress.
I can't fucking.
I would
find
guess
it.
there are 100 acorns in a pound.
They're so light, though.
I just feel like you're not gonna find out.
40 to 80
I
acorns
just said,
per
yeah. I'm
pound.
like, I can't find it. So there you go.
40 to 80 or 60 to 80. It seems to be what we're looking at here. So it's yeah.
They need to give us a count like they're shrimp.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Are these 16, 20 acorns, or are these 12, 14 acorns?
Yeah, it's almost more impressive. I mean, it's still 700 pounds is a lot, but I feel like they're like over 1 million acorns.
Okay, well, we're taking the middle number of Patty, which is 60. So that's 42,000 acorns.
It's a lot of acorns. Juice was worth the squeeze there.
I mean, like, how many of them did they like eat? Like what? Like,
Yeah.
they really are. This is like,
It was a windfall for them. It was a big harvest.
They were set for life. Yeah.
They probably thought they were done, like forever. They were like, we don't, I think, ever have
Yeah.
to do this again. We don't ever have to.
No, they're
pack
having
wood.
like their babies are trust fund kids.
they got
The woodpeckers' babies are nepo babies because they have so many acorns.
Well, not
They
anymore.
never have to work a day in their life. I know, not anymore, which sucks.
yeah. They're gonna
Their
put
whole
up.
cash.
They're gonna put up TikToks of like a day in the life of me, and then it's them taking some acorns out of the walls of the house their parents filled with them, and then being like, and then I have a juice, and then I roll into work.
Then I eat another acorn, and then I
Yeah.
eat another acorn. What I eat in a day.
doing they're starting their own. They're all starting their own individual woodpecker clothing lines.
I did see that at least one or two of those people got fired that kept making those TikToks. And then I take a 3-hour lunch, and they were like, "Well, you're fired." So
I have to feel like that's like one of those things where it's like the company probably wants them to make those, right? Like, because it's like, this is a great place to work. We don't know, like it's like
We don't have to
Maybe.
do anything.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
I do know I saw somebody who was like, why does no one at Apple make these? It must be terrible to work at Apple. And then everyone stitched it and was like, they have NDAs, you moron.
yeah,
They're
you were
not allowed to do
talk
it.
about that. Here's me working on the new iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 3.
Anyway, number 3.
Let's do number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, this story comes to us from Kate, shot by Cupidus's arrow. You can see kind of a Cupid's, well, he's like the devil. He's got his butt out. Anyways, this story is about cockatoos. We got an animal-heavy episode here.
Sorry. Just a really interesting definition of Cupid.
Yeah,
You know
got
he's
no-
evil because he's got his butt out.
I didn't say evil. No, they both have their butt out. Their morals are the same. I would say
Okay.
Cupid famously shoots the arrow aims for the ass. That's how in popular culture.
Is that? Okay.
You always get stuck
I guess
in
I
with
never
the butt
thought- I
with
never-
an arrow.
I guess I never thought about that.
I think it's just because it's the least violent place to get shot with an arrow, so it's like less.
Yeah, that's why you get shots there because there's
Yeah.
like a lot of padding and stuff.
Shot with Cupid's arrow right into your like quad.
Do not take
You're
the
just
Cupid vax.
screaming, snapping
Yeah.
it so it doesn't catch on anything, like snapping the shaft and just kind of
continuing to fight.
Right.
Yeah.
screaming.
Yeah. So this we get some new news. They're finding out, as always, which we keep finding out, that animals are smarter than we thought. Feels like at some point we might start feeling bad about this and being like, maybe we're holding them back. I don't know. But this is a cockatoo, and they were testing out using tools. The classic. You got your classic bunch of crows dropping pebbles in some water to get something out of there. all these sort of things going on. But they did find out that there's like a new thing, and their description of it is adorable, which is that they say cockatoos can not only use tools, they can carry whole toolkits to trickier jobs, which is fucking adorable to imagine.
They're like little contractors.
Yeah. So like in reality, the boring place where we all live, this means that they can carry like 2 different size sticks to something that they know they're going to use both sticks. In the better world of imagination, this means that they have little metal toolboxes and they're flying to their job, and they're, they got a little lunch pail as well. They got a little meat pie in there tucked away. They're all hanging out on a big girder. That's what I'd like
full
to
of
imagine
acorns.
here. Yeah, full of acorns. Well, not anymore. Not after their fucking nest egg got blown up by these extreme.
That's why they have
pest
to work.
control.
That's why they have to work.
Yeah, but that's They bring, and then they will team up as well, where they're like, okay, off to the site, fellas, and then like 3 or 4 cockatoos will all bring all the tools they're gonna need, which is
There's
pretty
a couple
impressive.
cockatoos sitting around in lawn chairs off to the side,
Yeah.
shooting the breeze.
Yeah, they're on break. The cockatoos are on break. Look at that.
Yeah.
And they got to talk to their rep.
Yeah.
They're all at Subway. they're all having. I feel like, I guess you're burning a lot of calories, but man, I feel like I always see a guy who's like clearly working construction eating a lunch that I would throw up if I ate and then went upstairs. Like, it's pretty impressive stuff, honestly. There's like a big chicken parmesan and then back to the site, and I'm like, dude, if I ate that, I would be out for the rest of the week. Maybe that's why I'm a useless millennial. Who knows? Somebody else can crack that nut. But yeah, so they
I mean, I feel like, yeah, you burn a lot of calories doing construction. Mm-hmm. You're not doing TikTok Nepo baby green juice for lunch.
my job. Oh, I'm TikTok Nepo baby green juice. That's what I do. Do that for work. Yeah.
Yeah, how did they can you give me an example of like what the job is that needs the tools? Like, what are they using the tools for?
So they're basing it partly on the thing chimpanzees do, where when they want to fish termites, their favorite food, chimpanzees go fucking nuts for termites, that they have like a big stick where they make the hole, and then they get a smaller stick to fish with. So they built like a thing that was based on that, where they had to get cashews out of a box. And so, like, they
I would fucking ace this problem.
Just smash cut to Kath, like, getting furious when she's unable to fish cashews out of a box, freaking out.
I'm just saying, I would kill
wall.
this.
Yeah.
I would kill this.
So they got a box of cashews. They covered it, like, they put them, they say membrane, but let's be honest, it's science talk. It's probably a fucking piece of shrink wrap, and put it over there so that they would have to like cut the shrink wrap and then get the cashews out with a different stick, like knock them out.
Okay.
I don't know their exact design, but I mean, I don't know how much chance you have to do this, but I recommend, like, whenever you read one of these experiments, it sounds like they've clearly used the craziest language. Whenever you find a diagram of the thing they built, it is like exactly what you think. They'll be like, they literally say, poking a hole in a membrane, a blocking membrane. And then you're going to find a diagram, and it's like a box from Trader Joe's with plastic over it. It's like, okay, I regularly wrap things in a membrane to preserve them, I guess. But yeah, and they did it very fast. One did it in 31 seconds, which not crazy. Takes me more.
I don't know if I could beat that.
Yeah, shrink wrap is kind of squirrely. I don't know if I can get right through there. That was not an intended nut pun. So yeah,
Birds are fucked up though, because it's like, I feel like a lot of them are kind of smart, and their brains are tiny. Like, it's one thing if it's a dolphin or whatever, and it's like, all right, well, your brain is huge, but I don't know where the birds are storing all that stuff. Why do they know how to do so many things?
I thought they were a tiny brain.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of like primates or something. But like, we have really big brains. I thought that was supposed to be why we're so much smarter than all these things.
Yeah, they're big.
Why can a bird do all this stuff? I don't trust it. I don't like it.
I do think we chose the right bird to eat, though, because I think even with all this testing, chickens are still like way bottom of the barrel. Nobody's
That's
like,
true.
they've
We
got
did
it
pick the right
figured
one
out.
to eat.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd feel
you know.
pretty bad if we were eating African gray parrots or something.
Yeah.
That would-
Yeah. They're not. They don't. I mean,
It
that's
tastes terrible.
It's an urban legend, the thing where they drown in the rain, right? I found out that rice thing is not true. I think they just were tired of people throwing rice everywhere, and they were like, "You're blowing up birds at weddings." But I think it was just the groundskeepers of multiple parks being like, "Please stop throwing rice."
oh, right,
everywhere."
that thing of if pigeons eat like raw rice,
they'll explode.
explode.
Yeah. I found my guy in this study. So they got 10 cockatoos that they talk about that they try to do the experiment. 5 of them successfully did it. 4 of them failed to do it, and 1, my man, dropped out after showing a lack of interest. Nice. Yeah, man, fuck all that. I don't give a shit. You're still going to feed me whether it's out of this box or not, so suck my bird dick.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Let me die? I don't think so.
You're not allowed. You want PETA in here, bitch? Give me the cashews.
Yeah, he's the smartest bird
Yeah.
when they're testing bird intelligence. The one who just said no thanks.
And this is also cool. They were like, they say next steps. This one of the guys who did it said one possible avenue will be comparing the birds to human children. Pretty big gap, I would hope, still. But they said that another cool thing is that apparently each cockatoo has a different way of carrying and using the tool sets. So they each have like a style. They've been fighting. They each have a discipline on how they do stuff.
They have a signature.
But they say that might be from like play and curiosity, like humans, where they're like, this is the way I like to, it's like when the different ways people hold forks and knives or whatever. You ever see one of those people who holds a fork like a fucking dagger? It's crazy.
Like whole fist around the...
Yeah, whole fist
I don't
stabby
think so.
stabby. It's rare.
I feel like if you do that and someone sees you and you're young enough, they'd be like, don't do that.
Yeah, that's
right?
the thing is you have to
Like,
make it a long time because you have to make it through the entirety of your life where someone will tell you you're not supposed to do that without anyone
Right.
telling you. And you have to cross over into part 2 where it's too awkward to bring it up.
Right, where you're an adult and people cannot instruct you on how
Right.
you hold silverware
Yeah.
anymore.
It's like there must be a reason why they're doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm just not going to,
Yeah, you notice how not everyone else in this restaurant is clanking with every bite? It's loudly clacking against a plate. But yeah.
I
Hey,
mean, I guess if it works for you.
if you've got a
for it.
friend that eats dagger style,
If you've got a friend.
You're from Raymond, New Hampshire, if you have a friend that eats dagger style.
yeah, if you got a friend who eats dagger style, don't bring it up to them. Just be like, hey, I listened to this really cool podcast. You should check it out, especially number
Fast forward to
3.
the part about cockatiels for some reason. And
Yeah.
then
Just so that, I can go, so that I can eat fucking gnocchi with you now, because you're not murdering each one individually and bringing it to your mouth.
Here's your sign.
Yeah.
I need to make sure the gnocchis are dead.
Yeah.
They might not
learned
be
that,
cooked all the way through.
Here's a question. This is not, I was gonna be like, we don't own the bonus, but it's not worth it. When you guys, so your fork, how do you hold your fork? What's the orientation when you're eating? When you pierce a thing to cut it, perhaps.
I don't. What do you mean?
Do you mean like
orientation?
flipped
Where does-
upside? You mean like flipped upside down?
Yeah, I do it
versus-
flipped
yeah.
upside down, and then someone was like, "You eat European style," and I was like, "What are you talking about? That's crazy." And I don't know.
It's like non-specifically effeminate. That's what it means.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
you eat real gay. That's what they yelled at me.
Oh, was that what? Would you keep that thing in your purse?
Yes,
That's
I
what
do.
People who eat.
I do
that's
keep
what
my
people
fork
who
in my
eat
purse. Thank you very much.
My special pearl inlaid fork that I bring out. To,
Yes,
do
my
you-
silver spoon. Yes.
You're eating that salad style.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's how people who eat dagger style talk to the rest of us.
Tofu only.
Ooh la dee da, Mr. Silver Spoon. Clank, clank.
This guy's too good to stab his food like us.
Yeah.
I feel like I hold my fork sort of like shovel style, and then I just
Oh,
yeah,
what a Philistine.
I don't turn it around.
What a Philistine.
I don't turn it around to stab something. I sort of stab like
You don't do that.
pencil. I don't think so.
No one can see that, but I did kind of a telegraph sound. That part you heard, but it's pointers down. It's good. Check it out. Check out eating food the way I eat food.
Hey, folks, if you like this episode, check out our bonus episode by signing up at patreon.com/whatatimepod. This week, we talked about Warren Beatty's never-ending quest to keep the rights to the Dick Tracy character and what that entails.
Everybody also gives me advice on how to bet for the big game. Check in next week to see if I develop a crippling gambling addiction.
We also talk about some cool, dope relics from the Catholic Church. We're a religious podcast now. Big news.
Anyway, yeah, let's do number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2 comes to us from Kate, shot by Cupid Cesaro again. And it's about a mouse, a very old mouse. In fact, the world's oldest mouse.
Not good news for the mouse.
His name is it fully Patrick Stewart or is it just Patrick? Pat, okay.
It's Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Monahan, the world's oldest mouse.
Hey. No.
Got him.
The hell is this? So this is, first of all, this is a story. The mouse is named after Sir Patrick Stewart. And as a result, because of Yahoo/USA Today's presumably automated in this article thing, this is tagged Patrick Stewart is in this article, so he's
Kind of.
in a way.
Indirectly.
This is he's a California mouse in California named after Patrick Stewart, from the San Diego Zoo. He lives at the zoo in a conservation breeding program. He's a Pacific pocket mouse. And he's 20 years old.
He weighs 3 pennies.
Wait, no.
Which is the cutest.
No, he's 9. He's 9 years old. Cass said 20,
No,
and I didn't read
No,
closely
he was
enough.
born in 2013.
Right, so he's not. He's 9 years and 209 days.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah. You said, did you not say 20 years? Do you think it's 2033
You said
right
2013. That is
Don't
not
lie!
20 years ago.
No, it was 10 years ago.
Hungover math with Kath. Our new podcast.
No, I swear the Discord said 20. Someone said 20.
now? Okay.
Blaming
really
the
blew
Discord. Blaming the people who pay us money. The people.
You pigs, you screwed us. We sound stupid
I really
now.
blew it.
We simply can't. We could not edit this out. We have.
This is going to ruin us.
We have our pledge of honesty.
Fucking
Ruined!
He's not even 10. Cass saying he's 20. He's not even 10.
Wow.
But he's still
Yeah.
the oldest mouse, to be clear.
I see it here, but it just makes no sense. The endangered Pacific pocket mouse was presumed extinct for 20 years. What the fuck is going on with this story? So they thought
I know
they thought
we're
all
recording-
these mouses were dead.
And to be clear, this story is maybe 500 words. It's not it's super long to get through to figure out.
I know we're recording remotely, but I feel like we are all simultaneously experiencing different gas leaks trying to figure out this article.
Well, we're really just exposing how excited one of us gets about a story about a mouse without
I was
delving
so
in.
excited. I didn't even read it. I was like, old mouse named Patrick Stewart.
Old mouse.
So
Get
this
it,
is an
get it.
endangered mouse. This type of
Okay.
mouse is
and he weighs 3 pennies. That
weighs-
part is true.
Yeah, well, that's probably why it's almost extinct.
Right. It's
Happens.
a conservation program. They're bred in captivity.
A
And
leaf
and
falls
he's-
on him and he's a pancake.
And
Yeah.
here's a picture of what they look like. They're very nice looking little guys. And
Oh yeah, this thing is not for the long run.
and
It's very cute.
he's
Yeah, that you look at that animal and you're like, this has a fruit fly lifespan.
And
This
he's-
is not long for this.
He's
world.
the Guinness approval list for the oldest living mouse in human care, which makes sense because I don't know how else you're gonna go grab mice and be like, "Hey, how old are you?" Shaking him, out in the
ID.
out in
Do
the
you have
woods.
ID? Yeah.
9 years, 209 days. Born July 14th, 2013. He weighs as much as 3 pennies. Smallest mouse in North America. Maybe smallest mouth in North America too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Very small.
One of the smaller ones.
Was presumed
But yeah,
extinct.
these little guys.
How small that
they-
mouth is.
These little guys just look like snacks. They were bred to be
Yeah.
prey. They have no. They're just running around giving you
Cat's
one.
prey drive
one
going
XP.
nuts right now.
And they just look like they're like the Cheetos of nature.
the
I
brain
feel
parasite that Zelda has given Kath, but the way that every cat owner has it is
Look at
really
a mouse
taking the
and-
wheel here.
Yes. Get
I'm
the
not
mice.
This thing looks delicious.
saying I want to eat them. I'm just saying.
Kath being
If I were-
activated by a mouse on the street. I should bring this home.
Like the Manchurian candidate. Yeah.
Yeah. I should roast this.
Snacks. Yum. Look at that tasty little guy.
So this is it's a nice program. They have a breeding program to conserve the species, and they recorded a record 31 litters and 117 pups born in 2022, many of whom will be reintroduced to the wild. I think this is very nice. I think it's always nice to read about endangered species that like were down really low or thought to be extinct, and then in breeding they get a few thousand going. I think I find that really nice.
I do feel like if you're a person who's in charge of trying to repopulate near extinct species, you got to be real excited when you get mice. Because they're like, great, I will have 1 million of these so quickly.
Yeah, I'm reading. They go, okay, we got 31 litters in 2022, and that means 117 mice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to get pandas. You want to get mice.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to get like the most asexual animal in the world.
Pandas don't even want to do it. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, fucking do it. Why? What is your problem? I would be so mad if my job was breeding pandas. I would lose my. I'd come home so mad.
They're always
tough day at work.
They're always like rolling down a hill and stuff. Like they got all kinds of shit going down. Pandas are not really. Yeah.
How was work? Well, they didn't fuck again. So
how do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all now the panda wants to fuck me, but it doesn't want to fuck the other panda. Everything is going wrong at work. That's how it's going. They keep rolling, like Patty said, they keep rolling down a hill. They love the hill. I wish they love fucking as much as they love the hill.
It's really funny, but also, we need to make some more. So I'm not sure we can get them going on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm happy to fuck the tire, but not the other panda. So.
Congrats on this guy. Congrats to the species in general for coming back. I was reading an interesting but depressing Wikipedia article about the concept of a youngling, which is or endling, excuse me. Youngling is Star Wars. Endling is basically
that's also pretty tragic from what I know of Star Wars.
That's correct. Endling is the last known like surviving member of a given species,
like Lonesome George,
like
Lonesome George, and it's
the last talking mouse.
Yeah,
like
the last sort immigrant mouse, Fievel.
A real like staring into the abyss kind of thing to think about. The idea of like not that the animals are self-aware or anything like that, but just like. Yeah, you're the last. You will be the last of this ever. Like that is crazy to think about.
Yeah, like unicorns are the Mohicans. Mm-hmm. Those are the two lasts I know.
Houses on the left.
Culture.
Yeah,
houses on the left. Us.
The last. Yeah, it would suck to be the last of us. Don't you think? It sounds pretty depressing.
There's the song about Friday night. Very depressing. Also. Yeah. So, good for Pat. Keep it up. We talked about this.
Ants?
Last Dance.
Last Dance. Eli was the last days of disco. We could go on and on. We talked earlier about there's a town in
Call.
Last call.
All right. Okay, man.
Example.
I'm not playing Family Feud, all right?
Last example.
Steve Harvey isn't here.
Shelby is the endling of this bit. My God.
Got him!
I don't know what I was going to say. I don't remember anymore. So whatever. Good for Pat.
Forget.
Keep it up. Oh, the Wombat. There's a town in either I think it was New Zealand, where they were going to they're building their tourism around the world's oldest wombat. And I was like, I think this is nice. And Eli's like, bad move. He's going to be dead soon.
Yeah. Don't
Very harsh. Very dismissive.
Building your tourism around something that's the whole thing is how close to dead it is.
Right. Well,
I don't want to hear about any more old animals. I know we just told you about one that,
man,
How
Maybe
close
not
these
belong
old
to this
animals?
world, but-
referring to
And there will
age
be more.
as how close to dead someone is real.
Yeah, count them down in reverse.
I mean,
that's what I say.
I just saw this coming with that bones, no bones dog. I was like, this dog is going to be dead inside of like a week. Like, don't show me this.
That's the problem with following, animals and dogs on like Instagram and stuff. Because eventually you will see just like a post that's just like a candle or something, and it's like, man, that is.
R.I.P.
Oof.
Pumpkin the raccoon.
Yeah,
Forever
R.I.P.
in our
Kokoro.
Kokoro, yeah, is the big one for me.
I tell you, if Tang Tang Shortlegs kicks it,
Kokoro is still posting though.
inconsolable.
Kokoro's got
It's
like
kind
a
of grim.
Kokoro's got like a Charlie Daniels thing going. Benghazi ain't going away.
Yeah, I don't like. I had the same. I think I had the same thing with Pumpkin, where it's like I shouldn't have to unfollow you. This, I think that you got to get the account
Exactly.
instead of being
Exactly.
before you start telling me galaxy lamps.
Anyways, number 1.
Yeah, I forgot what the story was.
And this week's number one reason to say what a time to be alive.
Number 1 comes to us from NC Hammer 326 in the Discord. Kath simply demanded that we talk about this because of how much she enjoys it.
Shut up.
She said, this
No,
seems cool and
opposite.
fun.
We're overriding existing plans. We got to get this in there.
Yeah, make space for this story.
I talked about this for like probably 3 interrupted minutes about how much I hated it, and then concluded it with, so we should definitely do it.
Yeah. What do you like? It's like, no, don't run my underwear up the flagpole. Please, fucking Brer Rabbit. So, a mystery has been solved. The mystery was a gibbon that got pregnant supposedly by herself. And zookeepers think they've solved the mystery. Now, the fact her
The mystery was, it's Gibbon Jesus.
Yeah.
Solved it.
The Messiah is back, and he loves to swing. He loves to swing around. I'll save that. I learned a lot about religion this week, and I gotta talk about it. No, so this gibbon, as Cass said, they were like our maybe last place hypothesis is that it's an immaculate conception. And it turns out their first place hypothesis is that there's a glory hole in the monkey cage. And that's how the gibbon got pregnant, was they looked and they were like, we thought that we made all the walls here, tight enough that you couldn't get a monkey's penis through them, but it turns out we made one crucial error and left at least one monkey penis diameter hole in the wall.
Just so many terrible phrases in this story.
This episode, monkey
Glory
penis
hole in the
diameter hole.
monkey cage.
Life, life finds a way.
Yeah, life finds a monkey penis diameter hole in the wall. And so, yeah, a different gibbon, a 34-year-old gibbon that they describe as agile.
34-year-old
Also,
agile
34.
Gibbon.
I thought gibbons. I'm realizing I think like
They
every
stick
animal
around.
except a turtle dies by 20, but that's not true, obviously. So yeah, they figured it out. They said they figured out how the ape's parents met, which is a generous description of what happened. So it took them 2 years to figure this out because the gibbon gave birth, and they were like, "How is that happening? Because you're the only one in there." And they couldn't get in there for 2 years because the mom would fucking freak out about the child. Which, yeah, because she's like, well, I'm not going to get another one because you're going to fill a hole up. So I got to be very protective of this child.
That's pretty wild that these gibbons are in captivity, but people just can't go in their cage.
Oh, they'll go nuts at you.
Well, we've ceded control of this.
Yeah. They're strong. We live in a lie. That we think that these animals can't rip us limb from limb. Gibbons, they go nuts. They're fast as shit, and they swing around you, turn you into a.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Yeah.
I think any monkey could
Yeah.
end my life. I think any monkey could end my life.
Twist your fucking head off like a tetherball, knock that thing around your body. You got no chance. But yeah, so they take turns. This male and female gibbon. They take turns going on display in the morning. Momo and Ito are their names. Very cute. For now. So they switch them out. They're never in the exhibition space at the same time. But they do think that one of the days while Momo was in her house space, which is generous also, and Ito was in the exhibition space, they, I think, tried to figure out a way to say this differently, but we think it's very likely that on one of the days that Ito was in the exhibition space, they copulated through a hole, which, people love to copulate through a hole.
How did they like find that out?
I
Was,
mean,
like-
this monkey's got to be horny as shit. He's probably... I think he probably didn't even know there's anything on the other side. He was just like, I gotta.
He's just like, I gotta do it. Yeah, I gotta stick my dick through a
again.
hole.
Some panda guy is reading this to me like, oh great, oh against all odds, they managed to make it happen. How delightful. Yeah.
How would you not see the hole in the wall?
Well, it's
Like,
very small. Unfortunately for Ito, it is. Let me find this. 9 millimeters in diameter. So just under a centimeter,
I mean,
so like a pinky nail in diameter. I mean, I'm not expecting them to have a big ol' thing, big ol'
Is it
hog. But
really long and skinny? Because like I imagine the wall is thick.
well, let's find out.
Gibbon's penis.
The difference
show me.
the difference between the photos that Patty has posted in the chat and the photos that I have posted in the chat is going to be.
Yeah, check out these cool birds. Eli's like, check this out.
There was
What
a
the-
poster of Zabumafu over the hole.
This is he's fucking the lemur from Zabufu. Okay, I swear to this, I'll screenshot this. I mean, I'm using a different search engine or whatever.
I'm excited to download this to my PC.
I searched. Okay, so I searched Gibbon penis on my. This is
Okay.
Brave search, and I went to image search, and I swear I'll send it to you. It says where it says showing results for Gibbon's cock. And then it says search instead for Gibbon penis, where it was like, you're going to get more
Whoa.
results for Gibbon's cock.
I don't like that. I really don't like that. I don't want to know why that is.
The search engine is wild. What the heck? Here we go.
Based on your prior searches, we think this one.
You
will be better
might be
for
looking
you.
for Gibbon's cock.
All right. Well, I like that at least it doesn't show.
It's actually
any
proving
on-
kind of difficult to find the penis.
Yeah, Gibbon's cock, no apostrophe. Like,
Wait, did they change the way that I didn't have to download that to view it?
I don't know. I dragged it in there.
Zoom may have changed.
Zoom
That's
is
nice.
changing. It only took them a full pandemic and years to figure out how the technology to put an image in a chat. They have a baculum, so that's interesting.
that's the bone.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Dick bone.
They got the bone in there.
The male reproductive.
Doesn't everything have the bone except us?
I know raccoons have it because it's good luck.
Yeah.
It's good luck that they have it.
Yeah, it's good luck for them. You put it
sell 'em.
in you put it in moonshine stills. You put a
Yeah.
raccoon dick bone in there to give it that delicious raccoon dick flavor.
Believe it or not, we have talked extensively about raccoon penis bones on this podcast before.
Yeah, we were
true.
going to go to that bone store, but we never made it. And then the pandemic
made it.
happened.
I went.
Oh yeah.
I've been there.
Hello.
Anyway.
Is this the raccoon bone penis store? I made an appointment. It would be cool if it was like one of those fancy places you have to go to the showroom, make an appointment. I'm trying. They're censoring Gibbon penis shit. I can't find
They
it.
don't want us to know. They don't want us to know.
Knowledge is too
But,
dangerous.
Gibbon penis.
Was he just like, I guess maybe like pheromones or something? He like knew she was back there.
I really think he was just trying to fuck a hole.
But again,
then it-
she had to.
Yeah, she lined it up. As Patty said.
There's logistical.
As Patty said before the podcast, she lined it up.
Well,
You gotta line it up.
I wasn't going to
so.
say it again on air, but there it is.
People need to know that you said that. Because I had to hear you say it and it really bummed me out. So
Well.
I have to pay it forward.
I can't find a single goddamn Gibbon penis on Google. This is stupid. It's giving me the fucking monkey with the coat on. There's nothing to do with what I want. They might have blue balls. If this is a Gibbon.
Okay.
They're really nasty.
Well,
They
that
look-
Gibbon certainly did.
Yeah, it looks like, speaking of old cartoons, a Gibbon penis sort of looks like, what was that? One of the Ariel monsters. It looks like the damn, what's the one?
The Gromble?
It looks like the Gromble.
Looking like the damn grumble
looks
on
like
these
the
shits.
damn grumble. Anyways, check Gibbon penises out. You can figure this out. It looks
Let us
exactly
know
like the
if you
grumble.
can find it.
If you have a picture of a gibbon's penis, send it to Eli.
Yeah.
DM Eli. DMs are open. Gibbon penis
thank
only.
God, thank God Twitter's okay. Slack me a picture of the grumble. All right, here I'll
Well-
show you guys, and you can we can the final decision of this podcast. Can you guys weigh in on whether this shit looks like the grumble? I would say it does look like the grumble.
Whoa! Whoa! It's okay. It is crazy that it is so hard to find a picture of a gibbon penis because a gibbon penis is so striking.
Yeah.
Like,
It does look. It doesn't not look like the grumble. Yeah.
I think this is a
It's-
given.
yeah.
It's showing me like all sorts of monkeys and their penises. Google's like fucking off today. It doesn't know how much a fucking acorn weighs. Doesn't know what a gibbon's penis looks like.
I mean, it doesn't. I mean, each ball is wearing a red kitten heel, so that's also part of why it looks so much like the grumble.
yeah, no, it's like the balls are like a bright aqua, and then the dick is like cherry red, and it's
It looks like it has
Yeah.
a finger. It looks like it has a fingernail at the end of it.
Yeah.
like the
it
grumble's
does.
nose.
It does look like a little red manicured.
It looks
nail.
like a cherry red Corvette zooming out of the pubis of this gibbon.
I just like it's like of all the types of animal penises, like this is a very striking one.
Yeah.
It's weird that there aren't more pictures of them.
It's unconventionally
pretty,
attractive. It's striking.
Yeah.
Just be like, so do you guys know the grumble? Okay, just picture that. It looks like that.
Yeah. I'd say you get a good idea.
The grumble.
Well,
Did they ever bring
anyway.
that show back? Is that did they ever do that? I don't know. I feel like that
I
feels
don't think so.
That show is for
Weird.
freaks. I don't want to bring it back. It's causing too
I
many
love
problems.
that show.
yeah. It was a
No,
good
I
show.
know. I was scared of it. I couldn't watch it because it scared me. So they did their job. It's the monsters.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, Klasky Supo just not
Oh, I mean
playing
around
everything they
Not
made was
playing
horrible.
ball?
Like visually horrible. It was fun, but I mean, the Rugrats, they all
their
need
style-
to go.
the-
Every
the
Rugrat
Rugrats
needs to
were-
go to a hospital.
Rugrats were so nasty looking.
At least the monsters and Real Monsters were supposed to be monsters.
Yeah. No, I
It's
think
supposed
they
to look
look
like
cool.
they're supposed to look like a child.
Right. The problem is like the All Real Monsters, the monsters lived in the sewer.
Mm-hmm.
In Rugrats, the babies looked like they lived in the sewer still.
Yeah.
Like everything that comes out of that animation studio looks like it lives in the sewer.
Yeah.
So Real Monsters was like their best option.
Yeah, they were like, let's make a kid with this like a head that looks like a meringue and like real fat thighs, and then just put him on television every day. Bad decision.
I think they made a variety of things, but yeah, their house style, like that style of art, is not because I think they did the early Simpsons or something. They did a bunch
Yeah.
of stuff like
I
Duckman.
can see that. The early Simpsons also looked fucked up.
Well, they did Duckman, which
like
is
the
definitely their
like
style.
the Tracy Ullman Simpsons, they looked fucked up. Don't.
Well, this is
I got
seasons,
a little eye roll from Patty.
seasons 1 to 3, so it wasn't that fucked up. This isn't like we're not talking about like Black Smithers era.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
You know, at least we're talking about an era spanning Black Smithers into not Black Smithers, because by season 3, I believe he was no longer Black Smithers. Yeah, Duckman was also them. Pretty good. Anyway, Real Monsters.
Anyway.
Check out the Grumble.
Congrats to this Gibbon baby, this bastard Gibbon child.
Yeah, so if we didn't say the Gibbons fucked their glory hole now, then they have baby.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So it seems. That's
Plugs?
it. Plugs.
Become a subscriber at patreon.com/whatatimepod for weekly bonus episodes and much more. And head to whatatimepod.com/links for our merch store, Discord, and more. Follow Patty, Kath, and Eli on Twitter and Instagram at PattyMo, at Kath Barbadoro, and at Eli Uden. And check out Kath's other podcasts, Lie, Cheat, and Steal, about liars, frauds, thieves, and bullshitters, wherever you get your podcasts. None of us are booked on any stand-up shows this week, but it's totally our choice. Seriously, we didn't even want to.
Shout out to Steven for that one. I would also recommend, if I'm plugging things, plugging Warren Beatty's Weird Dick Tracy Rights Keeping Special, which aired last night, being Friday night. It's on YouTube already. He plays Dick Tracy in the most weird like Zoom interview just to keep the rights to the character. So check that out. It's the funniest thing in the world to me right now. So anyway.
Bye.
Goodbye.